It is the morning of Rocky Mountain Race Week, day 1. I'm in a Walmart parking lot. It is 6:25 right now. I'm gonna head up. I'm sitting out here in the middle of nowhere in this parking lot because, if I'm being completely honest, I wanted to trim my toenails without anybody watching me. I'm gonna hop in here, get some food, go to the track, and get this thing rolling. I'm gonna go get into tech line right now. So past tech, that was easy. Glad to get that out of the way in the morning. Now I can get the rest of my stuff ready and then like go get some food and do whatever. Of course, this thing decides to be annoying right away. It's running like super fat for no reason, and what that means is it's using way more fuel than it needs to, and it's like stumbling. I mean, like typical cruising AFR is like 14.7. Well, the lower the number, the more fuel in relation to the air, and I'm cruising at like 10. It's idling at like 10, even though it's supposed to command 15. I don't know why. It's just fat across the board, and nothing changed. I called in some reinforcements to help me figure out what the heck is going on. I don't want to bother him. He's focused. Pro tip: when someone's tuning your car and they're very focused on something, don't make small talk with them. Just let them do what they're doing. I don't even know what he's looking at. I've never seen that VE 3D VE table on my screen before, so that shows you how much I mess with the fueling on this thing. Typically doesn't need any work, but now it's deciding to be weird, and I'm glad Brent's here. Is it cooperating?
It's definitely moody, isn't it?
It's like, no, you need a storyline today.
Isn't that how it always works too?
Apparently, like, show up, everything's okay, like I'm just gonna sit here all day and do nothing. Escalade be like, huh, you thought.
So you thought. I had plans. That's great.
And then you have to put your truck and trailer in a quarantine lock for the week. So after a certain time, your tow rig has to be in here and you can't get anything out of it anymore. So that is what I did. Old Elvis. So now I gotta walk all the way back over there and just hang around, I guess. I don't have anything productive to do now, so now it's time to go bother people. I'm here to bother you.
Oh, that's what I do all the time. You can ask anybody I work with.
You are the camera guy for motion. If anybody watching this doesn't know that, you're the guy.
I'm the annoying camera guy.
You're pretty good. You did a good job on the video we impromptu did in your parking lot. And I didn't even tell anybody I was coming that day.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, who's this guy?
Cool shirt, Doug.
Not that.
Cool shirt.
Yeah, nice shirt to you too.
Yeah, well, this was telepathically planned.
This is what winners were on the first day.
Well, I did some soul searching and I decided to turn it down because I think it's more important to participate and be here and do the event than to go out and make a statement about the number for the average. Because on the last day, I can give it the beans and that'll be all anybody remembers anyway. No one cares about your average. It's just a me thing. And far too many times I've gone out there and put it all on the table and come home with nothing. And I don't want to do that this time. So we're gonna take it easy. I hate doing that. I hate it. But you know, can't win the race if you don't finish. Not that I'm winning the race against other people, but I gotta win the race against me. And finishing the week has to happen before I get the number I want. So we're gonna go about it that way. I'm just getting the tire pressure correct, chains tightened up so that I'm ready to go whenever it's time to go. It's kind of hard to get all my stuff packed up over there with this big old mob around Garrett, but you know, I'm just the accessory around here, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm just here to learn. It's pretty cool. I'm taking notes. The lanes for Limited Street, feeling deflated because I turned it down, but I feel kind of good because now I'm less nervous about braking. Just gonna roll out there, no boost, see what it does. We got James and Ruby right in front of me.
Making their way around.
I'm not sure what he's doing really, but Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. I'm just hanging out, figuring it out as I go. Man, somebody just pointed out something. It's actually him. You may have saved my life, sir.
I saw it and I was like, well, I don't want to point it out and be that guy, but I want to help him even if he doesn't know. So
Please point it out and be that guy, so I don't be that guy that they're carting away on a wrecker. My brake caliper or brake rotor is like cracked, like hardcore. I don't know how or when that happened, but that's not good. What do you think about that?
Stay off the brake pedal a little bit.
So you'd still run on that?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking I would just...
No, just don't get on the brakes hard. You'll be alright. The only time it'll grab a crack and like break the rotor itself is if the rotor gets too hot and then you apply too much pressure. It'll just snap it.
Okay.
And that's still like stock stuff back there, right?
Yeah, it's just it's an EBC stock replacement rotor.
Yeah, so just get a stock one from the parts store.
Okay.
And swap it, you know. Later, you're too in race mode right now to...
Yeah, I don't have time to do it.
No, I just do it after.
Yeah.
Just be cautious when you're getting on the brakes on the big end.
Just don't step on it hard, like kind of
Just
pulse
like,
it.
Yeah, pulse them, pump them, get it to start to slow down before you get on them hard.
Okay.
I've raced on those.
Well, that's good to know, because I was thinking like, man, I might just go out there and make like an 18-second pass and then just to get it done and then go fix it later.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine. I raced in a much faster car with carbon brakes, and in the semis, the shoes didn't deploy, and the carbon brakes literally turn to dust when they get too hot, and it cooked the rotor, and I put a piece of wood for the finals in the car because in between the calipers, so it just closed on the wood because the rotor was gone. I was a car going 430s and 8s, you know, so it was fine.
Okay, you made me feel better.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's not a big deal. At least that's like a couple 18mm ratchet wrench and
you had that fixed out in no time.
Yeah, that's like a 30-minute deal.
Jack, wheel off, part of it, dude. You're getting a taste of it day one.
Hey, at least I get to do something. I can't be like, nothing happened to me.
I'm good all week.
I had to change a brake rotor.
Yeah,
it was rough.
tough job.
Pimping ain't easy.
Nope. Yeah, you just let off the gas and it starts slowing down.
Yeah, we've got a pretty long shutdown here. I think it's all right. You see my brake rotor?
no.
It's also an uphill shutdown.
Oh, that's true too. It's got a big old crack in it.
Oh no!
Look at that.
Oh, that's a big old crack. You may get a shimmy.
James says I'll be fine,
Yeah,
but that'll be a parking lot fix tonight.
Yeah. Probably barely noticed. Well, at least you found it. Your content's stacking up, dog.
Yeah, man, this thing's freaking just producing.
You're like, yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah. That's the lesson that we learned. I need to stop saying, well, now I don't know what to do, because it'll give me something to do. I'm done. I always have something to do now. From today forward, I'm busy.
Mitchell Stapleton 42 always has something to do.
All the time. It made 17 pounds when it ramped up into first, and then once I shifted, it dropped and carried like 14.0, 13.8 the whole way down the track, and it still went 10.01 at 138. We are doing good today. I'm fine with that. 10.0 is fine. I can get by on the first day. I'm done. And it is very easy to offset a 10.0 with a 960. 10.0 is not a bad start. Not at all. I do not, like, totally fine. I was prepared to like swallow a 1030 just to get through the day. But that was great. AFR looked great. We'll get this log over to Brent and he will work some magic, see if we can clean it up even more. And at the next track, we will add a little bit more sauce so we can start getting into the 9s. My rotor has been delivered by the mystery parts runner. I don't know who picked it up. I don't know who called the guy who picked it up, but it's here. I was worried that I may never see this rotor again because I paid for it not knowing who one of these guys are. They're like, yeah, he'll find you, and then just walked away. I'm like, cool, I trust you, and it's here. I do run wheel spacers on here, but they are the hub-centric kind, and these are very dense. Like, they're the expensive ones, because I had ones on here I had before were not hub-centric. They were just the cheap eBay ones, the aluminum machined ones, and I actually cracked them in half. So you what you pay for. If you're gonna real spacers on a high horsepower car, I'd really recommend these dense hub-centric ones. and it's on there just like that. Literally took me about 2 minutes because none of this stuff is rusty. I anti-seized it all when I built it. Came apart real easy. Now I just gotta throw it back together, and I don't know, maybe I'll give this old one to somebody if they want it. that was really easy. Like,
I told you it wasn't that bad.
It's such a, I just did all
the full effective race week all in one day.
I am. It's pretty dicked up on the backside too.
Yeah.
It's definitely been like that for a while.
Yeah.
You can see some wear.
It's all right.
That's the only issue I've had with these EBC things. They've been phenomenal, but
that's the only issue. Can't complain there.
Yeah, because these things have not had an easy life.
No. They're stopping a lot of weight from a very high speed.
They go from room temperature to boiling instantly, and then they have no time to adjust. It's just up, down, up, down. Yeah, sure. So this is the first for me. I'm about to sign one of my broken parts. Give it to this man here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have a marker?
No, I do not.
Well, I don't either. I'm not used to this. Hey, James. Do you have a marker?
No, I don't.
Damn it. Wait, I have it in my toolbox.
That's all.
All right, should I sign it over the crack?
Yeah, do that.
All right. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
You got authentic dirt too. I got the same dirt. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Dirty Hands. This man just asked me to sign his face and I must do it. Okay.
Wherever you want. They're getting tattooed. Make it pretty. You choose a spot.
I think I'll go this side, like under your eye.
Alright. Oh, let me wipe her down first.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever done.
You're getting tattooed, don't worry.
All right.
Make it even better for you.
Okay, with freehand here.
Next pair coming out
Oh, dang.
the left lane, the CTSV, that's John's wife. John Sherrill co-drive this thing. And they come on almost all these Rocky Mountain race weeks. They're part of the disorganized drag.
They're getting tattooed.
Love having them around.
Thank you.
Anytime.
You want to take a picture too?
Tell your friends. I can just, yeah. You're next.
Oh,
you get the
next.
dong.
I'm kind of scared of what you drew on me now.
I totally could have, but I didn't. I didn't violate your trust. I could have wrote like aim here.
Please don't.
No. I'm on a mission to get as many good signatures from this man's face as possible.
All over.
So,
All over.
We got Alex Taylor, Kyle Loftus, John Andrade Jr., who else? Brent,
Kevin.
We're gonna go find Finnegan and Emily Reeves, and we'll see if there's anybody else worthy of being in this elite company on this property. And if there is, they're gonna make the cut. Hey Emily,
Yes?
I need you to sign this man's face.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Pick a spot.
That's what she
I
said.
kind of want to like go down here. Oh my gosh, this is my first face signing.
Me too. That's why when he asked me, I'm like, all right, dude, we're doing this. I'm gonna find more people. Like, I'm in it to win it. Oh, prime choice. That's some interesting.
That's pretty.
I wouldn't have thought to do that.
You're getting tattooed on the leg
Really?
Tuesday.
Wow, dude. That's commitment. All right.
All right, now we gotta find
Well,
Finnegan.
thanks for that blessing.
You're welcome.
Is Finnegan up in the? Is he in game face mode or is?
Finnegan just drove off and blasted me, so he's right there.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
he'll love to sign a face.
let's go find him.
All right, y'all.
You're getting it. Thank
Have
you.
fun now.
Onward. Let's go find Finnegan. He looks a little busy right now.
Best time.
I think we should wait a little bit on that one.
Let him make
Because
his pass.
if I were him, I wouldn't want to be doing that right now when I'm looking like I'm about to rob a bank. So, all right, we'll wait a little bit. So I'm gonna wrap this up for day one and get to editing this stuff right now. Anything that I film after this will be in the day 2 video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss those. I'm gonna do my best to upload every single day the video of the day before the following morning. So that's what I'm doing. Do it right now. We'll see you there.